departing the number 5 bus, Fulton, 6th Avenue at La Playa and Fulton Street. 2 types of buses. Actually, there might only be one type of bus in this city. They run on electric rails, similar to the in Boston. It's kind of an energy-saving maneuver. Crossing the street, Pacific Ocean in full sight. Looks to be about 6 to 8 foot surf. Gigantic windmill to my left, windmill to my left, mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my swim mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, windmill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my swim mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, windmill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my swim mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, windmill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my swim mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, windmill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my swim mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, windmill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my swim mill to my left, mill my left, mill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left, mill my left, windmill to my mill to my left, mill my mill to my left. The amazing thing is that you can head 5 minutes from the Pacific coast and end up in a Safeway. Here we're at the Safeway, which is 48th Street, and just got a hoagie sandwich, which consists of smoked turkey, Monterey Jack cheese, ham, Virginia baked ham for $2.99. Also purchased the correct batteries, opting for the alkaline super digital, because apparently now there's a distinction between alkaline batteries and super digital batteries, but they're still alkaline. So I have those and we're ready to rock. As I said, the Safeway is immediately off the Ocean Beach block, 2 blocks from the Cliff House, and also exactly 1 block away from Golden Gate Park. Standing in the parking lot of the Safeway and looking into Golden Gate Park. If you follow on your maps, which I'm sure you all are, there's gigantic windmills at the far northwestern corner of the park, which I can see it straight from here. So we're going to head into the park. It's about 4:30. Got, I think, about an hour or so daylight yet to go. Next stop is the Buffaloes. Alright. Yeah, so the story with those windmills, I'm at another Guide to Golden Gate Park, this one with a very helpful 1 inch by 1 inch "You Are Here" button on it, sticker. Those windmills, the Dutch windmill is built in 1902, the Murphy windmill is built in 1905. I'm right by Spreckles Lake, which is a weird kind of man-made lake. On the other side of the paddocks and the horse area, what
whatever you call it. Which is also right next to the playing field. It's getting pretty cold, or not cold, but my hands are getting pretty cold. So I'm going to cut the detours short and just head straight east, and then we'll see what we can come up with. So I just discovered the Golden Gate Park archery range, which to me seems like an incredibly bad idea to open up a public place with a high homeless and indigent, mentally ill population and turn them loose with weapons in a public space. Regardless of my opinion on the decision, they went ahead and did it. And I'm watching one gentleman shoot arrows into a paper plate affixed to a bale of hay here in a very quiet grove in the park. It's a very peaceful scene. I don't know if you can pick up the sound of it, but I'm not going to be getting too close. Yeah, let's move on. Immediately after the archery course, we come upon the Golden Gate Park Golf Club. And knowing that golfers are a fairly persnickety bunch, I'm going to leave the talking in the camera chit-chat to a minimum and just try and get you a little ambient sound here from the course.
So we just got confirmation I'm on the right way to the Buffalo. Coming up. If I was a pro, my phone's ringing, vibrating. If I was a pro, I would have recorded me asking the lady where the buffalo are, but I got a lot of stuff going here. I got the camera, the hoagie, backpack, hair. But yeah, she said a block and a half up on your left, which I am. And there's a pond. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that it's Golden Gate Pond. Yep. So we'll get you a picture of that and then head up to where the buffalo roam. Is this Golden Gate Pond?
Yes. This is
Golden Gate Pond?
All of them Golden Gate Pond. Very many blocks.
Right.
From ocean to...
Okay. So this is called Golden Gate Pond, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's two.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go see the buffalo.
Oh, buffalo?
Yeah. Yeah, this way. Thank you. What? What? What's up? Yeah, what's up? See you later. Jeez, that guy. Always got to be a loudmouth. Obviously located a duck pond of some sort. These guys are just hanging out. Seems to be last call for them. They're all flying somewhere else. Not without talking a little shit on the way out, but, you know, what are you going to do? I'll make sure to bring my shotgun next time I come through here. Okay, so almost on the buffalo apparently.
got some info from my man sitting on the bench, and got a picture of my favorite scenic drive signs. I want to say that I've seen them in New England or New York on the shore or somewhere. I don't know, but it's got a really good seagull. I hope you'll check it out. And yeah, it indicates scenic drive. Now, the other thing I took a picture of, which is a sign that says well water in use. I don't know what that means exactly. I know there's drought problems out here, so I'd assume that they would use gray water, brown water to water the foliage of the trees, but it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, just on a tree. So what does it mean, well water in use? Also, if you're trying to discourage homeless populations, supplying them with fresh water from a well in the park may not be the best approach. Just seems to me that you want to limit their access to such amenities. Yeah, I'm fully on the bison scene now, so hopefully we'll get you some pictures of that. Dude, the bison have landed. I'm standing right in front of 6 incredibly massive, yet incredibly low-key dudes here in a fenced-in pen, which is really wisely marked to keep out. Sometimes you need to label everything for some people. Yeah, it's not a very big pen. From what I understand, buffalo and bison used to roam the entire plains of the internal United States, whereas here they probably have 30 acres, so they're probably not too psyched. There is also an electrified fence here with some ominous looking hoof marks outside of it, so I don't know how well that works. But yeah, I don't see too many. But they're here, I made it, and we'll get you some photos next. So I didn't know this. The bison is the largest living land animal native to North America. Standing more than 6 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing more than a ton, males are about 1/3 larger than females. The sheer number of bison and their migratory habits made them the dominant force in shaping much of our continent's ecosystem. Golden Gate Park Zoo received their first bison on February 13th, 1891. Just had an anniversary of some sort. The first one was brought here by 1998. More than 100 calves have been born in the captive breeding program. And the zoo's bison herd eats oats, hay, pellet grain, feed, and natural graze. Please do not feed the bison. Keep your dog leashed and away from the fence. And then, somewhat disconcertingly, it says, to repeat an emergency, report an emergency during business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Please call the San Francisco Zoo at 415, blah, 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 after hours emergencies, 415. So, I'm in the middle of pretty much empty fields here with a parkway behind me, or just a 2-lane road behind me, and I'm not sure what emergency would occur with several 1-ton animals in a fence. That calling an emergency phone number would really help. You know, seems if you got to call this number, you're probably already in really bad shape. So I don't know if you need to be taking down that number. All right, I'm walking away. The bison pen. I'll snap a picture of it so you can get the scale. Not too big, but they don't really seem moving too far, so too fast. So. Yeah, I'll take a picture of it and then figure out where I'm going next. All right, I'd like to say that I've gotten somewhere since taking pictures of the buffalo pen, but I'm taking a look. This is my first mistake, I suppose, is trying to read a map of Golden Gate Park, which is missing usually a giant red arrow or star that says, "You are here." I see the soccer field, see the golf course, see the archery. I see a dressage ring, a South Lake, and then they don't... Apparently, they are lying about having bison here since 1898 because there's no indication of a bison pen here on this map, but I see a big open space, essentially where I am, so I'm going to wing it, or continue to wing it, and wish I hadn't looked at this map because it's kind of driving me crazy, because there's places I want to get to, but I have no idea how to get there from this map because it looks like a 13-year-old drew it. Fly casting pools would be what I'd like to try and get to, but none of the smaller secondary roads are labeled here at all, so I think I'm just going to keep rocking going east and maybe get up to some other stuff. We'll do the fly casting pools another time. Alright, I am a complete fool. Just after, literally 5 steps after finishing that little temper tantrum, I turned around 180 and across the street I found the Angler's Lodge and the casting pools. They appear to be open, so we're going to give them a shot. I'll take a picture of myself looking like a fool, because that's what I am. Okay, we're here at the casting pools. It's for fly casting, and I guess I'm not as much of an angler as I thought I would be, because my first thought upon encountering these would be how cool they would be to skateboard in. Because they're all poured concrete with about 45-degree bevels on the edge. There's a dog. Like a husky mixed dog just rolled up on the other side of the pools. And there's his owner, so we're safe. There's some dudes casting. I might try and get some sound. I don't know. Whoever's savvy enough about these cameras knows that you can record, so... Like I said, I'm not going to push it, but good stuff here. Good place to practice your casting. So, as I'm sure you're familiar with, there's rumored to be hundreds, if not thousands of people living here in tents, ramshackle areas, cubby holes, hobbit holes in Golden Gate Park. Supposedly it's been that way forever. And I just took a picture of one of these trails that kind of leads off into some really thick underbrush. And I'm cool and everything, and I'm tough, but I'm not going to mess with these trails at all. Apparently there's a big mass exodus, or they're forced exodus. It's exodus as if you're leaving by choice, but this was the city came in and tried to remove a lot of these people forcibly in September. But I don't know how successful it was. I don't know what their attitude is. Some guy talking to a digital camera eating a hoagie showing up in his zone. So I'm going to hold off. Obviously on the jogging path still. I would be jogging, but, you know, old football injury. Actually, I've never played football. My knee's a little sore. I don't know what's going on with that. I went skateboarding the other day, and, now it's balking a little bit, B-A-L-K-I-N-G, at the thought of doing a few miles. I've been running a bit since I got here, but nothing major, mostly because my neighborhood, the Mission, is too disgusting to run in, and there's people on the ground and people all over the place I could run into, and cars every block, so I'm pretty far away from Golden Gate Park. And to me, if you're going to go running, you should be able to head out of your front door and run rather than take a subway to 2 buses to go to a park to run, which is what I did today. So, yeah, anyways, lots of cubby holes and weird homeless people supposedly in the park. Getting a little of that as it gets darker. Some chiefs showing up, but like I said, I'm not really going to stick around after dark too much to see what the deal is. Maybe you can email me about it sometime. Alright. I'm thinking a lot of people are letting me take pictures and ask them stupid questions and giving me directions because they think I'm European because my hair is so ridiculous, or everyone here is from somewhere else, so I doubt that that's really an issue, but I just get the feeling that they think I'm from somewhere else, so I can pretty much do whatever I want, which I should really exploit when it comes to the ladies, but being this is Golden Gate Park, there doesn't seem to be too many chicks on the scene. Walking by an empty horse pen, some songbird action. Well, I don't know if these are songbirds, there's just birds chirping all over the place. A lot of trees I can't identify yet, or ever probably. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm off the track and I don't know where I'm going now. So, who knows? Alright, Buffalo to my left, Main Park or whatever, Park Drive to my left. Keep in mind it was on the right for a while when we were walking up from the secluded wooded locations. This would be the park police. Hence the horses. And like most other law enforcement in San Francisco, they're probably not doing too much. Maybe some cards, watching some tube. Yep, there's a freshly pressed, unworn uniform in the back of one guy's car, so he probably just rolled in for his shift and didn't even bother getting out, getting into uniform. We got police stables here. A bad sign. We got lacrosse guy. That's a red flag. Let's see what's going on up here. Seems to be some more playing fields of some sort. Kids spazzing out. Definitely lacrosse practice just got out, looks like. And now it's switched over from a good-natured European man to a potential child molester, predator. This is a nice transition to make, one that I'm more familiar with. I felt a little uncomfortable getting the good-natured smile, but now the moms and families are here, back to the hardened stairs. I make my way through the parking lot alone, speaking into a digital camera. I don't know why most people do this on a regular occasion. So now I'm at Golden Gate Athletic Field. We got soccer nets, we got a running track, cycling track. Yeah, looks to be probably a half-mile track, and then a wood track around it. But I'm going to keep going. I guess I know where I'm going now, roughly. So I'm going to keep heading east while the light is still good. Yeah, I've been trying to mat my hair down all day, kind of scrunch it down, straighten it out a little bit, but I'm just going to let it fly. It's looking really stupid because I wore a hat earlier in the day, so I just picked it all out with my hands, fingers and hands. That's how thick it is at this point, and I'm just letting it rock. I'm really just turning it loose here, and hope to give you a picture of that in 1 second. jogger. I'm psyched because I also figured out how to do that little digicam trick where you spin the source of light all over the place and it comes out in the foreground as well as in the background. I thought my camera couldn't do it, but it turns out you just take it at a low light setting or night shot, and then right after it's autofocus, then you fuck with you jiggle the camera ever so slightly and it works out. Alright, I can never talk when I'm jogging. I don't know how these people can do it. Obviously not going fast enough. Yeah, going incredibly slowly. So just past the Rose Garden, I'm going to stop bothering to take pictures of these sites because it's pitch black at this point, or pretty dark. Some sort of space station up ahead here. I will take a picture of that. I'm not sure what the deal is here, but it's obviously run by androids. Okay, I'm coming up on some sort of Winter Palace Arboretum greenhouse looking thing, which is really beautiful. It'd be nicer if I had better light to photograph it in, but I'll take a shot at it. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's got that sort of Victorian looking dome type thing. Similar to the Sutro baths, which we didn't discuss because I didn't have batteries at the time. But yeah, it reminds me of the World's Fair 1914, 15, wherever it was in Russia. Winter Palace. It's got that sort of Victorian look to it. I'm not exactly sure, and I've given you more of a description than is necessary because pictures that are going to accompany it are going to be pretty sorely lacking. So here goes. Okay, departing the obvious alien compound, which is purported to be some sort of art museum labeled as De Young. The alien influence is clearly, blatantly evidenced by the sponsorship of a park bench by the JEC Foundation, which in Venusian is acronym for the Main Leadership Council for Earth Colonization. So I'm obviously going to exit the area as quickly as possible. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure where I am. I am on JFK Drive, the cross street of Tea Garden Drive. There's alien landing facilities clearly evidenced in the background. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take a shot of that because, as discussed earlier, excuse me, this camera's a piece of garbage. Got some, can best be described as hipster kids on 10 speeds. And yeah, Panhandle is headed this way, which means I'm almost out of here. I'm at the cross street of 8th Avenue now. So I'm just going to gut it out and keep going. Is
this the panhandle out here? Yeah.
Alright, we got college kids all over the place. Spotted that hipster kid I mentioned earlier. He's back. He almost fell into traffic after trying to do a frame stand. He'll get it eventually. Yeah, so college kids around here. I'm at Standing in Oak, Standing in Fell, and the Panhandle itself is a really narrow strip of greenery. Something you'd see sort of not quite as thin as the Fens or something off Boylston, Beacon in the Back Bay. But it's pretty narrow, more of a child's park type scale. If I could just throw out a Northampton reference. Launderland, Launderland, Launderland.
Testing, yes. Back, like I said, DMV. So now we're at Oak and Broderick. No idea where I am. My knee is starting to hurt. Luckily, it's warmed up since I got out of the park. So, yeah, we're just rolling, man. So the good thing about this city is because of the hills, when you're lost, you can just find a high point and kind of reconnoiter your position, which is what I'm currently trying to do at the intersection of Waller and Divisadero Streets. I just crossed.